Alright, hello, this is the man in the shack again. I'm decided to continue on here. I've got a few more G.I. Joes that should be on this list that aren't, for me to come up with my list that I've sort of got set so far. I've got 70 individual GI Joes that I have set for field work, essentially, right? For that they're in my initial set. That's going to be sort of accounted for, I suppose. Pruned. This is a pruned list of 70 guys that I expect to take out on missions and stuff. This is not including guys that like Doc, who are just going to be back at the base. But this is guys who are going to go out and, level up and stuff like that. And of those, I have 3 remaining that are that I don't actually haven't done the models for. Tollbooth was not one of them. Tollbooth was a VIP guy, but I've got 3 guys remaining in the field, and one of those I'm going to create right now. It's a male. And he's got legs, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Character information. First name, Robert. Nationality is not Chile. It is G.I. Joe. That's his nationality. And his voice. Interesting.
That's plain suicide. Come on, buddy. Yeehaw!
Yeah, it's that one. Can you figure out yet who it is? There's no facial hair. That hair color is, it's bright red. And it's not curly. There it is, curly. But it's long and curly. And that's a white man, of course. And he's pretty pale because of that red hair. Eye color, that's light green. But that's not his face. Maybe that's his face. That's not his face. That might be his face. No. 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 Definitely not. So, B. No. D. That's his face. He looks a lot like Chuckles like that. But he's not going to be just wearing the hair. He's going to be wearing a hat, so it should... Oops. Can appear as soldier class. He's a grenadier. He's gonna be a grenadier. And what does that mean? That means he's a vehicle driver. A red-headed vehicle driver with a very southern accent. It's a cross-country, of course. Robert Blaze. Codename Cross Country. I had to get long nicknames. He's the first one whose nickname was long enough that I had to get the long names app, the long names mod, and add it to the list. Actually, come to think of it, he's not the first one, and I'm gonna fix. Where are you? You're up. There you are. Storm Shadow. That's been bothering me for a long time. There you go. Storm Shadow. That's better. Okay, cross country. So, I think we've got a face and a hair that looks right. Unless, should he have, oh, let's go in and start, oh wait. You know what, I want to do his bio first. Let's make sure that, we're covering everything here. Alright. Primary military specialty. Armor. Secondary military specialty. Heavy equipment operator. Birthplace. Greensboro, North Carolina. Cross Country's father was a bulldozer operator, and his mother drove a grader. You might say he was born to drive big yellow things that run on diesel, coupled with his natural affinity for heavy machinery, his uncanny sense of direction, and fearlessness under fire make him the man you want at the controls, whether you're riding into a hairy situation or trying to get out of one. I'm gonna skip his qualified experts because those qualified expert with heavy laser cannon, M16, M2, and 45. Yeah, we don't need those things. We'll give them the guns that are the appropriate things inside the game. Crankcase might be a wild man behind the wheel of his striker, but cross. See, I don't like mentioning Crankcase in the because the quote is a comparison of Crankcase and Cross Country, because the Awe Striker and the Havoc came out at the same time, and they were both, you know, vehicles that contrasted with each other. It was basically a reworking of Wave 1, right? In Wave 1 you had the Vamp and you had the Mobat. You had the small nimble Jeep, and you had the big fat tank, right? And so that was the Awe Striker and the Havoc. The Awe Striker was a dune buggy style of thing, which was really awesome. It was, I mean, what was it? All weather and environment, I believe. The Awe Striker was great, and that was Crankcase. I've already got a model for him. But Cross Country had the Havoc, and the Havoc was this ridiculous. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was stupid. It was like a tank, but it was this great big vehicle it was a tracked vehicle, and it had this cockpit that was like an invitation for somebody to die from a rocket. The driver was actually like perched on top of the thing, and and it had like this part that would move up. The vehicles were starting to get dumb. They hadn't gotten to the parts where like, the vehicles were really like, because as much as I hate Battle Force 2000, there were some cool toys about like how they fit together and stuff. The Havoc was before that, and it was like moving in that direction of like this quasi futuristic sort of, it's not just a tank, it's a crazy tank, and that sort of thing. And that's the thing that Cross Country was driving. He was a more interesting character than I thought. His vehicle was just dumb, I thought. It was made as a foil to the Thunder Machine from the Dreadnoks, which was a cool vehicle. Cobbled together A-Team style, truck that was built into a tank of sorts, Mad Max style. So forget about the end as far as this goes. Let's see. Crankcase might be a wild man behind the wheel of his Oz Tracker, but Cross Country will steer that Havoc of his across. Let's see. We can just start there. Cross Country will steer that Havoc of his across terrain that would break both axles of, instead of the RTV, we'll say an RTV. Of course, a tracked vehicle has natural advantages, but it is his talent for sensing the most favorable grade, the shallowest mud, and the firmest sand that make the difference. Alright, so he's good at driving tracked vehicles. That's all well and good, but in this game we're more interested in the bristling guns that are all over his tracked vehicle that make him a grenadier, in line with Steeler, Covergirl, Frostbite. Could be heavy metal, but I'm taking heavy metal out of the field team just because he's so darn obscure. And then Cross Country, and then Wild Card. And those are the across the classes and stuff. That's what I've settled on as the there are 5 grenadiers out of the 70 people. So props. See if we can. Well, let's work on a torso first. Because the no legs thing is bothering me. Okay, so he's a bluish gray, Confederate gray, to say what it's like. He's the hillbilly character, right? So he's I believe he had a Confederate flag on him on his uniform at one point. I'm not gonna do that, but. I am going to see if I can find, let's see, where's a nice Confederate gray? I think it's that one. And then his secondary color is this fairly bright green. There we go, I think that's going to work. And the color of his Havoc is just kind of an olive drab. Let's call it that. Okay, so... And he'll be laid back. Yeah, he'll be laid back. Alright, so all of that's good. Into props. Let's give him some legs just to start out with here. It's going to take it away because we're going to change the torso in a second. It always does. There he goes. Yeah, it resets it to be something. So he's got gray legs, gray hat, Goggles on his hat, which is, we've had trouble with that. That's not something that we can do. He may have to be goggleless or hatless. Probably not hatless. We'll see what we can do with that. But and he's got the 3-color problem because he's gray and then green on his vest, but then he's got this splotch of red on him, right? This big patch on his right shoulder that's supposed to be red, and that's not gonna happen because there's not something that can do that. I can solve the 3-color problem in some ways, but in his case, I think we're just gonna have to go without. So what we want is a vest with a shirt on underneath it. Ideally, a t-shirt would be a t-shirt with a vest over it. Not that one. Not the one that we used on Toll Booth. Wildcard also uses that one. Maybe that one. Except it's not giving the green on that vest. I need it to be that green. That's too bulky. That's not going to work. I think he's going to have just one of the regular ones. I think it's... Is it that one? No. I think it's just going to be that one. Alright, and then arms. I know he's going to be the t-shirt arms. Oh, are you kidding me? Is it giving me green? I don't want green arms. I want gray arms. Okay. So we switch the colors. Which one? Oh, damn it. I can't remember which one it was now. Was it this? I'll go back and fix it if not. Props. Alright. Now he's got gray arms. Torso is going to be one of these first ones here instead. Actually, now that we switched those colors, let's see, that still doesn't work. Oh, that's pretty cool, though. No, he's got more crap on him than that. Less than that. Two more than that. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. This gives him a backpack of some kind, yeah. Let's see, there's one of them with a backpack and one without a backpack. Of course, he's got that thing on him. He should have a backpack. Maybe this. Are you kidding me? God damn it. Why did I do that? The hell? What did I just do again? Alright, is it 46? Okay. Now, arms, t-shirt arms. They're gonna give us gray. There we go. Yeah. And then legs. I kind of like these. I was gonna say I kind of like these busy anarchy legs. But that interferes with the... It interferes with his shirt here. Alright. I think that's right. Should he be wearing gloves? I think he should be wearing gloves. So arms. I want t-shirt arms with gloves. There it is. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. I wonder if that's the right torso. Maybe he should just have one of the regular ones. No, because then he'd have gray all over the front of it. I'm going to stick with this. Okay. So, see what we can do about his hat with goggles on it, which he doesn't have. Or we don't have. There's a ball cap. But it's not really a ball cap that he wears. I don't know what kind of thing it is that he wears. It's just a cap. It is a cap, not a ball cap. No, none of those. Could give him well, I think it's just going to be the baseball cap. And I can't really put the ballistic goggles on his head. I still can't do that. These are cool. See that? I need that on both sides, and we'd have, if we have that on both sides, and we have Lightfoot. See, if we can get this, if we could get the goggles on the forehead without the muzzle, but he doesn't need a muzzle. Oh, those are cool. Yeah, he's just gonna have to go without. I think that may be it, though. Cross country. I'll take a look. I don't think that is the right color of gray. I want it darker than that. Let's see. 54. No. I think it's gonna be in here. Oh, there we go. I like that. That. I don't know, I think that's too blue. That maybe. It's that. And the backpack on this BDU set means that the grenade launcher doesn't sit on nothing. The arms are his t-shirt arms underneath. Let me check my references here. His legs could be better. He's got like guards on his legs. Let's see if we can do better on the legs. See, these would actually be perfect legs for him. There's the clipping here. Because I think this is the right shirt. Legs 5. Torso 46. This is going to reset everything, but I want to check. See, I just think that's a better torso for him. Because it's thicker, it's bulkier. And the vest he wears, I mean, it looks like body armor. It does have pouches on it. They're not gray. But I think I can live with that. Plus it gives that little orange band there, you know. It does give that little extra bit. And it blends better with the legs. Still not perfect. You'd think that those would go together because those were all, you know, game assets rather than modded assets. Let's see. So the arms, we want to go back to those t-shirt arms. They were 46? No. I don't remember what the arms were. They were here. 66. There we go. That's better. That's better. Yes, I like that better. I think that's gonna work. Legs 5. Yeah. And see, he's got these shin guards. In the, you know, in the book they're kind of white and stuff. That looks better. Yeah. He's just busier in general and thicker. I think now we've got cross country. And he stays as laid back. That's freaking cool, yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Cross country. Alright. Only 2 more G.I. Joes that are not in the main list. And that's Blizzard and Lightfoot. And I'm probably not going to do those right now. But we're almost, you know, that part of this thing is almost done. Of course, that's not even close to all of the guys that I'm going to do. I want to do all of the Battle Force 2000 guys. I'm going to do Sergeant Slaughter and the Marauders. In order for Sergeant Slaughter to work, I've got to have the sergeant hat, and nobody's made that yet. Surprisingly, I can't believe it's not there, but nobody's made that thing. And the cowboy hat doesn't look right, and the boonie hat doesn't look right, so it's got to be the sergeant hat. Whenever that's there, Sergeant Slaughter will, make his appearance. Hopefully by then they'll have, a fully working version of a size changing mod will be available too, so that he can be big and strong and stuff. But for now, I think I'm going to call this done and say this is cross country. Boy, I'm happy about that now. I'm happy about that. Got to get him in the game and use him to cause some havoc. All right, that's it.